the number one factor holding most people back is fear. Whether it's the fear of success, the fear of failure, or even the fear of change. As a kid, I grew up surfing and bodyboarding. But over time, I developed a fear for being in the water and being eaten by a shark. The only way to overcome your fear is to tackle it head on. So I thought, I need to go and chat to none other than Matt Bromley.
Welcome to Coffee with Craig.
Matt, thanks so much for joining us on Coffee with Craig. I know you've surfed some of the biggest waves in the world, and you've obviously had to overcome a lot of your own fears. And I'd love to learn from you how I can overcome my fear of that guy, of that shark out there in the water.
Yeah, well, I believe we only grow as human beings when we are stepping out of our comfort zone, when we're stretching ourselves, when we're allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. And I think, so for me, big wave surfing, I find myself in incredibly scary and vulnerable situations all the time where your adrenaline is pumping, your heart feels like it's going to burst through your chest. So over my years, I've tried to come up with some tools that have helped me to cope with the adrenaline and the fear and getting nervous for sharks.
So are you ever scared of sharks being out there?
I'm not too worried about sharks. I mean, there's hundreds of people out there in the waters, and I've had maybe 5 shark encounters in my life with great whites, but I've never felt actually threatened by them. They've always kind of just cruised on by.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think about it too much, but I know for most people, fear of sharks is a huge deal. Okay. So fear is a common thing, and I think it's crucial for us to face that fear, step up to it and move through it if we want to really grow in life and do what we were born to do and reach our full potential.
Definitely.
So a few things, 3 tools I'm going to go through before we guide into the water. Yeah. The first one that I love to do is breathing, okay? So when you're feeling the heat of the moment, you're feeling vulnerable, your adrenaline's pumping, your nerves are there, breathing is the most simple and effective tool for regaining your composure. Okay. So I use a method similar to that of square breathing. Okay. And we can go through right now. So basically, it's just you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold your breath for 4 seconds, you breathe out for 4, and then hold again for 4 to complete the square. Let's do it. We'll start with a 4-second inhale.
Okay. I feel relaxed.
So yeah, when your adrenaline is pumping, just repeating that over and over again, it's so effective for helping you to remain calm. Okay, the second thing that I love to do, and we can maybe actually sit for this one.
All right.
So I love to do visualization. When I think of big waves, it makes me feel terrified. Okay. But when I visualize myself paddling in with confidence and successfully riding my big wave, it helps me to get excited. And the more detailed our visualization is, or my visualization, the more I can put myself in the moment. I can imagine myself catching that wave,
I love it,
riding it with confidence and executing it with success. Water. So you can close your eyes.
Okay.
And you can just visualize yourself. We're picking up our board and we're walking out into the water, and we can feel the coolness of the water around our legs. And as we put the board down, we lie on our chest, we can feel the pressure on our chest. We start paddling out to the waves. And as we're paddling, we can feel maybe a little bit of tension in our arms as we're surging forward through the water. You can feel the freshness of the air and the salty water on your skin. And we can see that wave coming towards us. And maybe you can feel a little bit of fear, but we're going to say yes to that wave. We're going to spin our nose towards the beach, and we're going to start paddling. And as we're paddling, we're surging forward through the water. We're feeling excited to catch this wave. We place our hands on the rails of our board, and we pop up, and we're riding this wave with confidence all the way to the beach. We're amped. And then the last thing, which really helps me, is positive self-talk.
Self-talk.
Like when I'm going to surf big waves, my mind is so negative, the thoughts bombard me.
Okay.
The waves are too big, I'm not ready, I'm going to drown, I'm going to break my board.
So you even get that?
100%.
Okay.
Everyone
Okay.
gets scared
Everyone
when the waves are big. Yeah. Those type of thoughts, they trigger a panic response in your body. The thing is, I think you can't really control what you think, but you can control what like manifests in your mind.
Okay.
So my thing is to take our thoughts captive. So we have a thought come in, maybe it's a negative thought, we take it captive and we replace it with a positive thought.
Awesome.
So for me, going out into big surf, I tell myself, I am ready for this. I've been training, I can do this. This is what I've been created for. This is the moment I've been waiting for. And I try to fill up my thoughts with positivity, with excitement. And that really helps to trigger excitement and a sense of purpose for the moment.
I think this has been awesome for me to learn from you firsthand, but I know you've also got an online surf training course.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I do one-on-one sessions with people in small waves, big waves, high performance, and then I've got online courses. It's a platform called 101 Learn Online.
All right.
And we've got surf fitness conditioning on there, big wave, barrel riding, learn to surf,
Nice.
and they're all
sorts.
all sorts
For all
online.
different types of surfers.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
So check it out.
So there we have it. Matt Bromley is teaching me how to surf. Let's see if I can get out there into the ocean and stand up. Because that's the whole aim of surfing, to make sure you stand up and catch those waves. So there we have it. I managed to stand up on my board and surf in, thanks to this amazing teacher we have, Matt Bromley. So Matt, thank you so much for showing me the ropes, teaching me how to surf, and getting me to conquer my fear of getting back out in the ocean.
Awesome.
And I think it's great for us to talk about facing your fears. I think in life, you have to always risk some type of fear to be successful. If we take something like love, you have to overcome the fear of rejection to find love. You obviously love surfing, and you surf for different reasons. In most sporting environments, people want to try and reach a medal. They want to get a gold medal. They want to make it to the Olympics. They want to win events. Why do you surf?
If I'm honest, it's what I believe I've been created to do at this point in my life. When I'm out there and the waves are really big and scary, that's when I feel right at home. And I feel that's exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm so passionate about pushing myself. I'm naturally quite a conservative person, but when it comes to surfing and big waves, I love pushing it and surfing the riskiest waves possible.
And I mean, you've surfed some of the biggest waves in the world.
Yeah.
Has anything ever gone wrong when you've been out there in the ocean?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, you like the worst situation, you can be staring up at a 50-foot wave about to break on your head, and you got to tell yourself to remain calm. You cannot panic. That's like the
Positive self-talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you panic, then you can drown because you run out of air very quickly. So you just have to remain calm and just wait for the ocean to, I guess, release you. And things can go wrong, but you got to be trained and prepared, ready for that.
Okay, awesome. That's great. Cool. I mean, these waves aren't anything like you used to.
Yeah.
And you've chased some of the biggest waves in the world. Where's some of the best places you've actually gone surfing?
So my favorite place in the world to surf is a place called Jaws in Hawaii. It's on the island of Maui, and it's also the scariest. So I guess, like for me, the biggest challenge, that's the scariest, the most terrifying, is also the most rewarding. But it just takes
you feel alive when you're in that environment.
Oh my gosh, from walking down this big muddy cliff to jumping off these rocks with these huge waves smashing up the rocks to like surfing these massive waves, when you come out of the water after a session out there, you just feel like you have lived so hard, and that's been the most rewarding sessions for me out there.
It's awesome to see how your face lights up when you speak about it, which is great. So Matt, it's been great having you on Coffee with Craig. I mean, I've learned a lot, You taught me how to stand up to conquer my fears of getting back in the ocean. It was so awesome to hear from you, those 3 points that you said, breathing, visualizing, and positive self-talk, because it's something I use inside of our business all the time. So I think it's so nice to see how surfing can translate into business.
Yeah.
And that same psychology to face your fears in surfing can help someone in business overcome their fears and to almost get in the zone, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think surfers are really good at getting in the zone.
Yeah,
Because it's almost like it's being in nature, loving what you do, and I think that's always important as well, to love what you do.
And my hope is to try use my big wave stories to inspire other people to step out of their comfort zone.
Okay,
grow.
great.
Yeah,
Well, you've helped me. You've helped me step out of my comfort zone and get back in the
stuff.
water, which is great.
Awesome.
And I'm sure Matt Bromley will help so many more of you watching this to overcome whatever fear you might have in your life. If you want to get in touch with Matt on social media, you can get in touch with him on his website, and you can learn to surf with Matt online. So I hope you guys have enjoyed Coffee with Craig, something a little bit different, out there surfing waves. And Matt, it's been awesome having you on the show. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's been great taking you out, and hope to surf with you soon.
Cool, great stuff.
If fear stands before you, it's an obstacle. But put it behind you and it pushes you forward. When your fear turns into excitement, you lean forward, push yourself over the edge, and when your hands leave the rails, that's when you start living.